Today's episode of Ghost Adventures, we'll be investigating Pablo Neruda, Chilean diplomat, poet, Nobel Prize winner, and firm believer in the afterlife. Some of his most popular works include those of surrealism, nature, and the history of South America. Interestingly, only 2 weeks after receiving his prize, he was found dead under mysterious circumstances and was rumored to have been murdered by the president of Chile for his communist sympathies. Today, we are at the house where he was found dead, and we'll be locking ourselves inside to attempt to communicate with him. You can already feel the energy that's been resonating here for decades. Here are our ghost adventures. So here we are, it's nighttime already, we're back at the place of Pablo Neruda's death. We're in the room where it happened, where they found the body. So in order to try to conjure this spirit, we've set up a little ritual here, and we have a picture of him right here to hopefully draw the spirit towards us to kind of, try to bring it back into the real world here. So as we've been sitting here setting up, it's gotten kind of cold in this room. The temperature's definitely dropped. So there's definitely some sort of spirit, some sort of otherworldly item that is here. So we're gonna try to talk to that spirit through this spirit box we have here. And what it does is that it channels through the electromagnetic frequencies to try to find any ghost that's speaking or any spirit that's trying to talk to us. So let's try to get that started right now. Hello, Pablo, are you here? Is anybody here? Hello, is anybody here? Who are you? Who are you? Who's in this house? Oh, it just said Nefalti. It just said Nefalti. Is there any? Who are you? Who's in this house? Oh, it just said Nefalti. It just said Nefalti. Is there anything else you can tell us? Is there anything else you want to tell us about your life? Who hurt you? It just said Franco. Okay, it just said Francisco. It just said Franco. Okay, it just said Francisco. Turn this off. We don't want too much contact here, but it said Nefalti and Franco. So Nefalti, that's his real name. Nefalti Basalto used Pablo Neruda as a pseudonym to protect his work from being seen by his father. We see Francisco Franco also. He traveled to Spain as a diplomat, and that's where he learned to hate fascists. That's where he became a communist, and that's where many of his work was inspired from. And that's what taught him a lot about the history, and inspired his work in nature and love and history of South America when he went back to Chile. So that's what we know now. We're gonna move on and see what else we can do here. So we're back after that spirit box evidence. We just wanted to have some physical contact to complete this investigation. So what we have here is a collection of Pablo Neruda's poems, and we decided to read one of his famous poems about death to see if that conjures whatever is here. So I'm just going to start reading that poem, see if we have any activity here. I dreamed that I died, that I felt the cold close to me, and all that was left of my life was contained in your presence. Your mouth was the daylight and the dark of my world. Your skin, the republic I shaped for myself and my kisses. Straightway, the books of the world were all ended, all friendships, all treasures, restlessly cramming their vaults. The diaphanous house that we built for a
As seen in the video, this unidentified light anomaly cannot be debunked as dust or a bug, as there are no visible wings or legs, making this possibly an orb.
Lifetime together, all cease to exist, till nothing remained but your eyes. So as long as we live, or as long as a lifetime vexation, love is a breaker, thrown high on the breaker's successions. But when death, in its time, chooses to pummel the doors, there is only your face to fill up the vacancy, only your clarity pressing back on the whole of the non-being, only your love, where the dark of the world closes in. Oh my God! Oh! So we have just finished the investigation. A lot of activity both through the spirit box and physical. We got evidence that proof of his first name, his real name, Pablo Basalto, and we also got evidence of his past from Francisco Franco in his life in Spain. So we got a lot of evidence here. Thank you, Pablo Neruda. Hopefully your spirit can be at rest now. Hopefully you got some contact there. And we just hope that you know, whoever comes here in the future learns to respect Pablo Neruda and his work, the most prized poet of South America, and we hope that we could hopefully put his spirit at rest. And this is Ghost Adventures. See you next time.